Hello, 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 awesome, amazing, beautiful souls and sisters out there. How are you doing? Kathleen here. I wanted to welcome, first of all the new sisters to the group, and I hope you've been having a good week so far. Sending you virtual hugs and if whether you're tuning in live or you're catching the replay, would love to know in the comments. Just pop a comment in there. Where are you from? Would love to know where everybody's from because I know that there's sisters from around the world. So, would love to know where you're from and let us know how you're doing in the comments as well. I wanted to hop in and cover this topic of worthiness, which has been on my mind a lot lately. Life is a healing journey, it's a learning journey, and so you're not alone, we're not alone in this. It's what's amazing is when we recognize that we need to work on ourselves. This is almost a constant thing because things happen in life, people say things, we go through things like narcissistic abuse, which is horrible, and that in itself creates so many layers of healing that needs to be done. So it's something I help women with in my program, Free and Loving Me, which is a 4-month, one-to-one concentrated program. Anyway, what I wanted to get into is worthiness. How worthy are you feeling? Because here's what's happening is we're dealing with the aftermath of a narcissist who devalues us, right? They put us down, they gaslight us, our self-worth goes down, 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 and so does our worthiness. Now, there's other factors involved that affect it as well that we sometimes put on ourselves. And I'll give you an example. Guilt. So my narcissist ex that I went through a horrible situation with, I'm going to explain it more on the event that I've got coming up. It's pinned here in the comments to sign up for. It's Navigating the Healing Journey. I'm going to get more into my story then, but basically, I had left my then husband, who wasn't a bad guy. I think, there was a perfect storm going on, a midlife crisis, and various reasons why when the narcissist showed up and did their dance and really put out the love bombing and the really, all of the things that they do, right, to make us feel so awesome and that we're deeply loved and that this is our soulmate. The idealization runs really, really deep. And I left my then husband, who was a decent guy, but like I say, just kind of perfect storm. And for years and even recently, I recognized the guilt. So the guilt wasn't directly caused by the narcissist. However, I had imposed that upon myself because of leaving that marriage for the narcissist and then realizing what maybe a not great decision that was. However, I think everything happens for a reason, and that's why I'm here today to help you. Um, it also affects our level of trust. We've made a decision, and later we might feel on some level that we made a really bad decision getting into that relationship in the first place. So now we don't necessarily trust ourselves and our own decisions. So now this is affecting our worth as well, our worthiness, right? Because I can't trust myself. So I'm not a trustworthy person. there's all this programming that's running under the surface that we don't even see. We don't know what's there. That's why there's people like me that help others see it, because we can't read the label when we're inside the bottle. We just can't. I have people that I work with as well who can help me see, excuse me, when maybe I'm not feeling worthy, when I'm not trusting myself, and oh, here's something else that happened that I need to work on. So it's important to get that guidance, but how it shows up is it might even be the littlest things that we're not feeling worthy about. Um, or we don't feel worthy to have. I mean, maybe you like Starbucks coffee, for example, and you don't even feel worthy enough to spend $6, $7, $8, I don't know, whatever the cost is, on, a cup of coffee for yourself, because no, that's too expensive. I mean, even in little situations like that, our lack of worthiness can show up. Maybe we don't feel worthy to ask for a raise. Um, Let me know in the comments if this has happened to you in any of these areas I'm mentioning. On a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being best, how worthy do you really feel in your life? And again, it's so insidious. It just really lurks underneath it all. Whether it's a cup of coffee, whether it's asking for a raise and we don't feel worthy, whether we don't feel worthy of having a healthy relationship, a loving person in our life. Um, Maybe we don't feel worthy of investing in ourselves, and our net worth and our self worth can become intertwined. We know that the narcissist can be financially draining. I've been there myself. And frankly, I get on a call with women sometimes, and we talk and they want help, but they don't necessarily feel worthy enough to invest in themselves, which creates kind of a vicious cycle, because we need to work on our worthiness, but then we don't feel worthy enough to help ourselves to feel more worthy. And this is no shame, right? I've been there. Um, and we realize, though, that we need to do something. We need to take that step, whatever that step is in our life, to help us feel more worthy. And certainly getting the help we need is part of that. So, what other ways? Again, if you're here, or if you're catching the replay, what other ways has not feeling worthy showed up in your life? Are you, tolerating some other situation that's not healthy? Are you wearing clothes that have holes in them? Maybe you need new underwear. I laugh because these are real things that happen. Maybe you're out somewhere and you have to go to the bathroom and you don't want to use the bathroom. I'll make it. I'll wait till I get home. And then we suffer. Sometimes we actually cause ourselves to suffer because we don't feel worthy. Maybe there's something that, again, we're wearing, or we're something in our environment that's making us feel uncomfortable. We might say to somebody else, oh no, you can have the comfortable chair, right? Or you can have the better meal that maybe costs more money, and I'll go with the cheaper meal. Are you discounting yourself and discounting, the things that you need in your life? I'll wait till it goes on sale. And believe me, I grew up with a mother who loved to pinch her pennies, so I understand that too. These are more layers that, and I've worked on myself, as far as things in our life, things in our childhood that have created beliefs and behaviors that go on through our life. And the only way to live a life that's aligned, authentic, and abundant is to really go deep and work on these things. Um, I love those aligned, authentic, and abundant. I love the word authentic because after narcissistic relationships, we generally don't know who the heck we are. We don't have clarity on who we are, in our direction, what we want to do, what our core values are. Another thing I cover in the free and Loving Me program. Um, so yeah, we've got to work on the trauma, but in the healing, but we also need to know who we are, and we also need to work on our, as I say, our worthiness. But yeah, worthiness has been huge for me. I'm trying to think other ways that it's played out. Are you driving around with a cracked windshield that needs replacing? In Arizona here, we have um, we have a lot of rocks. I tried to explain this to the insurance company who said you've replaced your windshield far too many times. I'm like, well, you have to understand I live in a rocky state. There's a ton of rocks. The trucks throw the rocks in the air with inadvertently, or they fall off a mountain or whatever, and there goes your windshield. And some people do drive around for a very long time with major cracks in their windshield. Um, how is a lack of worthiness showing up in your life? Um, and how do you turn that around? So I want to ask you also, what is the goal to change that worthiness? How could you see your life if you were feeling more worthy? What would that look like? Would you invest in some nicer clothes? I'm not saying they have to be, you know, designer, thousands of dollars outfit, but maybe, it's time to refresh the wardrobe a little. Maybe it's time to take a look at diet. And by that I mean not, deprivation, because I don't believe in that. I wrote a book on that. What I believe in is, are you nurturing your body? Certainly we should enjoy our foods, but are you nurturing your body with some foods that actually feed it and gives you energy, the energy you need to function in your day-to-day life? It's always like, the story about the oxygen mask in an airplane. They always tell you if the mask drops, take the first breath. So, are you taking the first breath in your life? Um, really have an awareness of, again, how worthiness or lack of worthiness is showing up, where there's issues, where you're depriving yourself, where you're maybe not treating yourself as well as you could be. And then, make a goal of shifting that. How could you shift that? How could you change that? Do you need to just go buy yourself that cup of coffee you've been wanting? The new coat so you can stay warm because maybe the other one wasn't very effective. Of course, if you're where I am, it's warming up a little now. Uh, but I'm just giving examples. I'm just throwing examples out there. And if you're not um, doing things to help yourself to feel more worthy and do things for you, as examples that I've mentioned, and I'm sure there's other ones that I haven't mentioned. um, what's stopping you? What's holding you back? Maybe start small, like I say, with something small, a cup of coffee, whatever, and work your way up. And even looking yourself in the mirror and saying, I am worthy. Yes, I am. Or any affirmation like that, and really tell it to yourself and absorb that on every level of your being. Um, if you're not doing it, tell me more in the comments or write it down, um, about why you're not achieving that goal of helping yourself to feel more worthy. How is it affecting your life? Not treating yourself in a worthwhile way. How is it affecting your health? How is it affecting your finances? How is it affecting your family life? And anything else, your career, where you're living. Maybe you're living in a place that you don't want to be in. Maybe it's not a good place for your health, or maybe it really stresses you out. I don't like being around a huge amount of people, being the empathic person that I am. So I'm up on a mountain at 8,000 feet. So just some thoughts to throw out there. So really think about that. And if you're struggling and you want to jump on a call, I do offer a Breaking Free Clarity call. I'm going to add that to the comments afterwards. But also, make sure you're signed up for the Navigating the Healing Journey call, because I'm going to dive deeper into this. And it's also, the link is in the comments. So please make sure you're signed up for that. I need to do some more follow-up emails on that, some reminders, but that's not until June 11th at 11 a.m. There will be a recording, but I'm going to offer something extra to those who join me live, because I would love to have a conversation, would love to meet you, um, maybe hear your voice, or at least see a few comments in the chat section of Zoom. So make sure you hop on that, and we're going to dive deeper in this area. And anyway, so here's, I'm just giving you some food for thought around your struggles, around worthiness, what goals you might have, what you can implement, what's holding you back. Um, and again, a solution that I have for you is to break on a call, break, book, book a call. And we're going to look at, where you are, what your struggles are, um, what your vision is for yourself, where you want to go, what's holding you back, come up with some solutions, and would love to meet you live and talk and get to know you better and what your needs are and where you're struggling. So anyway, hopefully, like I say, that gave you some food for thought. And feel free to ask questions here in the group, or post your questions or comments in the comments section of this video, and I'm happy to answer. So thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Glad you're here, and I'll see you again in the next video. And anyway, I hope you have a great rest of your day. If it's nighttime, I hope you're sleeping well and you're watching this on the replay. So, bye, love to you, and don't forget to breathe. Breathing is so important, especially here in the middle of the week when things can get tense. So, see you again later. Bye.